Allah. There's no way I can express my admiration in any English word except, Allah, the most beautiful Arabic word to express my fascination to what you guys have presented tonight, which is nashaz. And you realize that nashaz means bad thing, right?
Yeah.
Good evening first. Good evening, Brian. Good evening, Brian. Would you like to present to us your ensemble?
Sure. The group is called Nashaz, which I fully understand is the meaning of, but we have George Mel on percussion.
Hi, George.
We have Vin Shiala on percussion. We have Ruben Radding on bass. This is Kenny Warren on trumpet, and I'm Brian Prunka on oud, and I wrote the music also.
And you are most welcome in our show. Well, obviously, the first question is, all of you, you're not Arabs, okay? And yet you are playing Arabic instruments, and you are playing Arabic music. Why is that, Brian?
This is funny. This exact question came up in a recent conversation. You might have, probably everybody's been talking, you've heard about this American woman on Arab's Got Talent, Jenny Grout, right?
Yes.
And we met actually a few years back. Simone Shaheen, a great oud player, has this music retreat every year in Massachusetts, and we met there a few years back. And a lot of people are talking about this. Some people like it, some people don't. But the interesting thing that somebody brought up is, people always ask, why are you playing Arabic music? And to me, that's almost as a strange question, because it sort of implies the person who's asking doesn't understand what's so great about Arabic music, that why would you study it? But it's that, you never ask someone, why are you playing Mozart? Why are you playing Bach? It's like, well, to me, Abdul Wahab is Mozart, Kasabji is Bach. It doesn't, there's not really a why. It's like, it's great music.
I have goosebumps. I have goosebumps.
It's beautiful. It's beautiful, amazing, great music. This incredible, rich tradition with, hundreds and hundreds of years of amazing music. And so to me, it's like, once I heard Arabic music, it wasn't why would I study it. It was like, why wouldn't I?
Yeah, absolutely. You said it in such a beautiful way. Time is running, but I really wanted our viewers to know how this whole thing started with you being in New Orleans. You used to play guitar, right?
Yeah, I still play guitar. Don't think that I don't play it. Even though these days the oud is more in the front seat, but the guitar it's in the back seat, but it's still in the car with me. It's this. I tell this story all the time. It's more of a weird story than anything, but my car was broken down in New Orleans. It was in the shop, and so I had to take a cab to a gig, and I had my guitar with me, and the cab driver was Egyptian, and he was a music lover, and he saw the guitar. We started talking about music, and so I asked him a few questions, because at that time I wasn't really familiar with Middle Eastern music, and so I asked him a few questions. I'd heard enough to be curious, but I didn't really know much about it, so I asked him. And so at the end of the cab ride, he was just telling me to forget about the guitar, to go get an oud, that I had to learn the oud.
Was he? So you said he was Egyptian.
Yeah, and he just said the oud is the most beautiful instrument. Once you have an oud, you won't remember the guitar, you'll forget it ever existed. And so, and at the time, I was a jazz guitarist in New Orleans, so this was like what I was doing. To me, the suggestion almost seemed ridiculous. But then later, I hadn't even heard an oud at that point. So then maybe shortly thereafter, 6 months later, I came across an oud recording in a record store, and I just was like, picked it up, not even thinking about that trip with a cab driver, and picked it up and just loved the music. And I loved the music so much that I started learning the music. And only after I started did I realize that this was what he was talking about. It was after I started learning the oud that I realized that this was what that guy had been telling me that I should learn.
Yep. One more question, Brian. What's the future of the ensemble? What's going to happen? What are you guys playing? What are you guys doing?
Well, that's a good question. Hope good things. We we would like to keep playing and recording. We just put out a record, self-titled, called Nishaz, back in September.
Yeah.
Came out, and you know, we've been doing more performances. We'd like to start. We're doing stuff in festivals or different places around the country. We would love to go to the Middle East. I mean, it's a dream of mine to go play in
And
Lebanon.
you are most welcome everywhere in the Middle East. Don't
So-
forget your instruments. So, you know, again, thank you for being with us.
Oh, thank you so much
you
for
know,
having
we will
us.
definitely, you know, follow you and try to catch you wherever you are playing this beautiful music. And basically, you know, believe it or not, but the younger generation in the Middle East, they tend to forget and stay a little bit, you know, not in contact with the music that you guys are playing, which thank you again for reminding us about this beautiful music. So we have a very, you know, a special segment in our show. It's the makeover. رح ارجع مع إلي على الاستوديو كرمال نشوف شو صار مع فرح. إلي مساء الخير.
ريتا هاي مساء النور.
شو بدنا نشوف فرح عندك؟
هلا فرح ايه موجوده هون. نحن هلا نيبا نخبركم انه فرح حتجي تفرجيكم الميك اوفر اللي خلصناه انا وايلي. اشتغلنا على الميك اب واشتغلنا على السوبر ستار لوك اللي كانت هي عم تحلم فيها. عملنا لها اللوك اللي هي كانت عم تحلم فيه. عملنا لها الميك اب اللي شوي على سموكي على بيربل اي مع شوي شيمر اند سم جليتر اولسو اون توب اوف ات مع ايلي. الشعر عملناها لايك سوبر ستار فيري ناتشورال فيري يونغ. It's like, you know, rock star but على elegant level. So حنعيط لها لفرح.
اوكي.
And حنجيب فرح وحنخليكم تشوفوا انتم الميك اوفر.
يلا وين؟
وخليكم تشوفوا قبل you know كمان كيف كانت الصورة قبل.
نعم.
ما نخلص مع فرح. رح نفرجيكم صورة بيفور.
فرجينا.
وبس تشوفوا الصورة بيفور. And now فرح حتفوت هلا نيلا كنا.
اوكي.
تفضلي فرح.
خلينا نشوف فرح. اوه ماي جاد. يعني انا شايفه شوي من بعيد بس اكيد رح تفوتوا كلوز اب هلا تنشوف بس ريلي مثل كانه فرح على ريد كاربت. بدي في نحكي مع فرح تشوف هي شايفه حالها.
ايه اكيد بقى ريتا. فرح هلا ريتا بدي اياك تطلع على المرايه وتشوفي حالك على المرايه. هلا المرايه بقى تسال ريتا عم تسالك شو رايك بشعراتك.
واو كثير حلو كثير كثير بجنن ويعني ماي دريم لوك ماي دريم لوك.
شو حاسه فرح؟
شو حاسه فرح؟
حاسه حالي عن جد سوبر ستار يعني ماي دريم كم ترو.
إلي كيف عملت هيك؟ يعني كان الشعر ليس، صار في عندك هيك جلامور، صار في ستيل كتير ستارلات. كيف اشتغلت؟
طبعا هلا ني اشتغلنا على الفوليوم كثير على شعراتها لفرح. زدنا شويه اكستنشن كمان. يعني هلا ني حتى لو كان الشعر شوي صغير عندنا نحن وما في شعر كثير، عندنا تكنيك بنقدر نستعمله بالاكستنشن وعندنا سبيشال تكنيك كمان لحتى نعطي هيدا الفوليوم الموجود. اذا بنخلي فرح تبرم شوي صغير يمكن تقدر تشوفيها كمان على الكاميرا من ورا من قدام الفوليوم اللي هي بدها اياه. يعني خارج ستيج، خارج تكون على رانواي او خارج تكون لايك سوبر ستار اون ستيج and presenting herself as the dream look that she was looking for. So هيدا الفوليوم اللي that we create right now with just the technique of some extension. And وعملنا لها الغرة كمان something complement her face. حتى على الميك اب كمان اشتغلنا you know when you're on stage or superstar look بدك شوي solid of smoky eye and you know some shimmery stuff on top of it.
Thank you Eli. Thank you Eli. Thank you فرح. Thank you Eileen.
Thank you لآيلين كمان عملت a great job on the makeup. It was amazing.
Absolutely. إذا مشاهدينا ما في أجمل من إن ننهي الحلقة ونودعكم إلا بصوت الموسيقى الحلوة. So we end our show with the beautiful music of Nashaz.
No, you did good.